Listen up, real estate investors, entrepreneurs, and agents. You're in the right place. Unlocking the secrets to real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Titanium Vault, hosted by RJ Bates III. Here's RJ.
Hey guys, welcome to the Titanium Vault. I'm your host, RJ Bates III. Today's episode is called Click, Click, Whine. Look, today's episode, I'm just going to be brutally honest with you, might hurt your feelings. If so, I made this video directly for you, okay? Ever since the 50-day challenge, almost every single video that I've created for the podcast and for the YouTube channel has been basically just me and a camera. We've only had two guests on the podcast since then. It was Carlos Reyes and Pace Morby. Both great interviews, an hour plus long, tons of content. But I've wanted to shorten the length of the episodes, be more direct with the message, and then also have an opportunity for myself to directly convey what I am dealing with, what I'm seeing from other wholesalers, other real estate investors, and also what we're dealing with inside of Titanium Investments. And so that's what today's episode is about, is what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and what I'm experiencing from other real estate investors. Okay? Today's episode is about accountability. Not accountability from anyone else, but the accountability that you are holding yourself to. Are you able to go in and check yourself and see if you are actually doing everything that is necessary and required of you inside your business to achieve the vision that you have for your business? Because what I'm seeing on repeat is no. And the reason why I use click, click, whine is because I have people that attend the Crucible. I have people that just ask me for free information. And then I do batch TV on a weekly basis. I had the 50-day challenge out there that a lot of people are still just catching up and watching. And that's great. And they see what I'm doing, and then they try to replicate it. Okay? So that's the clicking. Click, 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 right? Just like I do on batch TV, just like I do on the 50-day challenge. And then they say, it didn't work for me. It must be batch. It must be the data. Maybe I should pull here, maybe I should pull there, blah, 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 all that. And look, I've talked about that on repeat, right? That's the stop searching for unicorns. Pick a system, stick with it. They all work, okay? I like batch. It's the best out there, blah, blah, blah. You guys all know that, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that I can almost guarantee you that if I went into your marketing systems right now, no matter what it is, you have deals that you haven't closed because you have no accountability for yourself. I get the whining from people. I've spent money on data. I've done all this. I did what you told me to, RJ. And then I go into their batch system and I say, here's a contract, here's a contract, here's a contract. And the reason why you didn't get it is because you were too quick to jumping to the easy thing, which is bitching and moaning. Instead of just going and saying, there's my deal, there's what I actually want, and it's on repeat, and I'm tired of it. The whole reason why I do this is because I wanted to give back to the community, and I wanted to implement change for people. I wanted them to receive the same thing from the real estate investing industry that I received, and I'm freely giving this out, saying, here you go, do this. Replicate everything that I do. I'll show you how to pull a list. Pull it the same way. Skip trace it here. Here, get half off your first month. Get 15% off skip tracing. Get free day trials on Batch Dialer and Batch Driven. Do this. Watch the videos of me using these programs and just replicate it. Use my initial text templates. Use my quick replies. Hell, for all I care, pull the exact same data that I do on the exact same day and do it. But then I have whining. I have people going into my DMs on my cell phone saying, it didn't work for me, RJ. I have people that attend the Crucible spend 2 full days with me as well as a debrief session. And I say, hey, go do this. We help them pull comps, tell them what to make offers on deals. And then they still say it's not working for me. And I say, okay, let me audit your batch leads. And I go in there and I say, there's a contract right there. You were just not holding yourself accountable. You wanted to hold something else accountable. It couldn't possibly be you that's the problem, right? It has to be the system or the list or the skip tracing or the suppression rate or the bounce rate. It has nothing to do with your lack of follow-up, your lack of desire, your lack of hunger. I've got guys in my batch system that I'm still following up from the 50-day challenge. We're approaching a year that I started the 50-day challenge. I'm still following up. There's a woman in South Carolina. I call her once a week. She agreed to my price. I can promise you this. I will not stop calling her until she tells me no or yes. Why? Because it's simple. It's not hard for me to pick my phone up and say, I need to call Angela in South Carolina. Oh, she didn't answer. Next. But to some people, that's fucking hard. Shame on you for being so goddamn weak. This is not a hard business. This is actually a very simple business that you can make millions of dollars. I need you to get that through your thick skull, okay? Very simple business. We make it difficult. We whine about things. We want to talk about things that aren't working. Focus on what can work for you. The fact that I can almost guarantee you that you have leads right now that if I had access to, I would contract, I would make money on. Because I wouldn't let it go. And that's why I wanted to talk about this today. I'm a part of hundreds of Facebook groups, and I see the post over and over and over again about, I tried this and I tried that and it didn't work. It's not that it didn't work. It's that you didn't work. That's the problem. They all work. Texting, cold calling, direct mail, pay-per-click, SEO, driving for dollars. There's a reason why those things are commonplace in this industry. And maybe this is unpopular to the general public opinion, but it's not so guys like me can make affiliate money, okay? We're actually doing it. I actually have guys sitting in my office that are doing this over and over and over again. I have people sitting in my office that legitimately haven't even been trained. They don't even know what they're doing, and they're locking up contracts. And the reason why is because they don't know any better to not follow up. They just know, hey, come in. First things first, I go to my hot leads, and I respond to every single one in there. And next, I go to my buyers tab, and I hit all of my buyers on dispositions. Then I go to my no status, and I respond to every single one of them. Then I start clicking the damn button on new campaigns. And then you rinse and repeat. Then you go back to your hot leads. You go back to your buyers tab. You go back to your no status, and then you click for more. And they're organized in a certain manner in which things don't fall through the cracks because they're accountable to themselves. And if they're not, that's what we do as leaders inside the business. We hold them accountable to the process. This is the difference between a system and a process. A system is batch leads. The process is, how do we actually use the fucking tool? That's what we're doing. And it leads to results over and over and over again. But I have people that click, whine, and then they come to me and they say it doesn't work. And then I go in there and I say, well, your response rate, not the motivated seller's response rate to your initial text, but your actual response rate to the sellers that said, who is this? How'd you get my number? What's your offer? Is like 25 to 30%. So who are you kidding? What is your goal in saying to people that you want to be successful in this business? If when people say, who is this in a text message, you can only respond to one of four. I don't have time to waste with people like that. When people say, what is your offer? And you don't make them a damn offer, how do you ever expect to be successful in this industry? If you're cold calling or you have a VA cold calling for you, when that lead's submitted to you, how long does it take you to get on the phone? And when you are on the phone with them, how quickly are you making an offer? And then when you do make the offer, how often are you following up with them where you are either getting a yes or no? Silence is not a response. You keep going. Hammer the shit out of them until you get an answer. That's what leads to success. People talk about it, gold's in the follow-up or follow-ups in the gold or whatever. Look, it's just about being consistent and holding yourself accountable to some sort of process inside your business. If you go back and you watch the 50-day challenge, a lot of what I was doing in days 20, 30, 40 was flip-flopping between campaigns and following up with the previous hot leads, making sure that every single person was touched on a daily basis. Like I was like a shark with blood in the water. Wasn't going to let it go. And that's why even afterwards, I've had people ask me, how many deals did you get? How much money did you make? We're still going. We're still getting deals because we're relentless on it and we won't let it go. That is how our business, that is the engine, that is the fuel that keeps us going. And if you don't have this sort of passion towards your business and your processes and following up and making offers, then you're not ever going to have the success that you want. That is a fact. You have to hold yourself to the highest standard possible. You can't go blame it on Batch is not going to contract deals for you, okay? And neither is REI Sift or PropStream or whatever other magical system out there that you think is going to make the difference for you. Because it's not the system, okay? It's you as an individual, the people underneath you inside your business, and the processes that you hold yourself accountable to. That's what makes a difference. So I ask of you, I beg of you, if you want to sit there sometime in the very near future and make some kind of post on social media or reach out to someone and whine about how your business is not flowing correctly, stop for a second and go back and analyze your work. Analyze what you've done inside your own campaigns, your follow-ups on your leads. Because I'm going to tell you right now, out of all of the people that I've gone and audited their marketing systems, there's only one that confused me. That was my brother in Florida, Mario Fernandez. Everybody else, you have no excuse. He was the only one that was perplexing to me. I said, you're doing everything right here. I wouldn't change anything that you're doing. So now let's go and actually dive further into the processes and maybe the system. Let's look at that. And so we made a few tweaks. And then yesterday I found out he got a contract in South Bend, Indiana. But outside of that, he's the only one. So go back, analyze yourself, hold yourself accountable, and look what you're actually doing inside of your business. Because I'm really sick and tired of hearing people talk about how they want to have success in this business, but they can't even find it within themselves to hold themselves accountable to any sort of standard. That's weak and piss poor and disappointing. So there's the kick in the teeth for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If it hurt your feelings, good. This episode was for you. See you guys next week.
Thanks so much for listening to The Titanium Vault with your host, RJ Bates III. For more info and to stay up to date, visit www.podcast.thetitaniumvault.com and on facebook.com/The Titanium Vault. If you enjoyed the episode, please rate and review, and we'll catch you next time on The Titanium Vault.